Hi, my name is Brad Hallowell and I'm a business coach with Hallowell Business Coaching. In today's tips, I want to talk about networking. Now, if you're an introvert like I am, I found networking to be quite challenging in the beginning when I was starting out my practice. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I learned that help make the business of networking a little bit more palatable, if you will. One of the first things is once I got a networking pal, so somebody that was going to these functions as well as myself, that really helped ease myself into these networking situations. At least I didn't walk into the room alone. I had somebody there with me. We strategized a bit before we walked in, and then once we were there, we would part and we'd go and talk to people. That itself can be quite scary, but this is what I would do. I eventually realized that other people are feeling the same way as I am, a little bit anxious if they're not familiar with those surroundings. So what I did is I would go to some Edmonton or Sherwood Park networking events, and I would specifically look for somebody who was standing alone. And usually when that's the case, that person is very lost in their own mind about, ooh, what am I going to do, and nobody's talking to me, and who do I go and talk to? And so I would just approach them, and I'd be like, hey, how are you? I'd introduce myself, I'd learn what their name is and what kind of business they were in. And my goal was to get them talking. Now the interesting thing about that is, and this is what I learned from my coach, is that when somebody else is doing most of the talking, they'll find you the most interesting person they've ever met. So it does have its benefits that way. But also this person is thinking how great it was that you approached them, started talking to them, and they forgot about being nervous. And how they did that is because they were talking about themselves, a subject that they're very familiar with. You're learning about their business, which is also very valuable, because what are you doing? You're learning about, A, how you can help them, which is always a great way to ingratiate yourself to somebody else. But also, what kind of a referral partner could they be? Or perhaps would you even do business together? They might be in a business that you didn't realize was available. I mean, I think about the first time I ever learned about SEO, that search engine optimization. I had no idea that even existed. So when I met somebody at a networking event and learned about it, I ended up hiring them one day for them to help me out. So those kind of connections can be very valuable. So when you're going out to these networking events, one way of doing a networking event effectively is A, going out and meeting somebody that you don't already know, but B, is also connecting. Sorry, that's where I wanted to go. So if somebody else was to come to that networking event that you know, it's very helpful if you do a handoff. Now the handoff is when the person, let's say it's John Smith, who you just met, and you made them feel comfortable because now they got to talk with you and feel a little bit better about their surroundings, and you introduce them to Linda Jones. And so Linda Jones and Mr. Smith over here are now going to have a conversation, and you can kind of step out, you've made them another connection, and then you can move on with your networking activities. So that's just a couple of helpful hits to help you navigate the networking initiatives that we have when we are business owners, and especially when we're introverts, which makes it a little bit harder. So hopefully that's helped you out, and just remember us at Hallowell Business Coaching, we're always here to help. So if you have any comments to leave, please do so, and we publish a networking tip or any other kind of business tips every week, so you can subscribe to the channel. Again, Brad Hallowell, bradhallowell.com. We champion small business success. Have a great day.